Morning, guys. I hope you're having a really good day. I'm gonna do the next tutorial. I believe it's for, isn't it, on science, and this is very interesting because it shows us how we actually can bend a space to be trapped on a time loop, which we are. Most of the human race is trapped. So Isaac Newton viewed space and time as an inert universal stage on which the events of the universe play themselves out. And this is not far from the truth. If you're able to understand how the conditioned universal mind projects itself into our universe, it's all a code of instructions, isn't it, that project it outwards from within. And the universal mind used the universe or the 3D illusion as the stage in which all our automated mental patterns play itself out by those members of the human race that are asleep, spiritually speaking, isn't it? Einstein, however, for him, space and time were the raw material underlying our reality, both illusions of space and time, because that's how he said that time was an illusion, and so is a space, isn't it? And for Einstein, they were the same. So let's look at the state. Let's look at like a 3D illusion, isn't it? Basically, right. So if we got this, yeah, like a straight line, like Einstein, yeah. If we put something on the universe, like yay, there you go. The universe bends, isn't it? And that has been proven to be correct. So we can bend the space. So if we can bend the space, we can create a time loop, what we call a wormhole. And what does that mean? Okay, we've got two dots here. We've got Argentina and Spain, yeah? From different parts of the world. So I can actually bend the space and connect the 2 points. So I can connect Argentina and Spain together, yeah? So I've created a time loop, and then we are inside a wormhole, but it could allow us to go from one place in Spain to another, or from one point in time to another. But if we look at a wormhole from a highest perspective, it could also cause a shift of consciousness, from instance, from a connected state to a disconnected state. Yeah, from being a straight line, projecting, to actually, being trapped into a time loop. And for example, in order for an object, let's say a UFO, why not? It's funny, alien, and an alien is driving the UFO, to be able to travel faster than the speed of light, they must break the law of physics, showing that they are an illusion and that time is relative. Time slows down the closer we get to the speed of light. It's called time dilation. Therefore, if the UFO travels at the speed of light, it could be there in no time. There would be no past or future for the UFO. There would be, for us, as we could see the UFO traveling from one point to another, but there wouldn't be any time for the UFO when it reaches the speed of light. And Einstein was a bit like a galactic cop, isn't it? A policeman. He stated that the laws of physics are able to alter mass of an atom or a person and travel faster than the speed of light. So the UFO would get bigger and bigger and bigger, infinitely massive. But there's a loophole, well, a wormhole, that may be at the tour against the speed of light. The shortest distance between 2 points may not be the line. Yeah, because the shortest distance we've got Argentina, there could be a line going from that, but the shortest distance could be forming a tunnel between the 2 points. Yeah, if we get a map and we follow it correctly, for example, I say Argentina and Spain, the wormhole is creating 2 points that they are connected. And if you can manipulate a space, you can travel faster, you can contract a space and expand it. And I know this is true because I've left my body plenty of times and I travel at the speed of light, and it's absolutely fascinating. It's the most amazing experience. You can see that you are not restrained on the time loop that happens when you awake. It's what we call the spiritual experiences. And according to quantum and string theory, there are no mathematical restrictions from going from one place to another or time travel. Yeah. If we look a little bit at classical reality, It focused on patterns found in our terrestrial and astronomical data, coming from an understanding that there was an order to our universe that could be understood by mathematical analysis, isn't it? Like, this is how the sun rotates or the moon rotates. It's all a mathematical analysis. As if there were an underlying design programming language, and that's not far from the truth. And therefore, classical scientists came from an understanding that all occurrences in our universe could be not only explained, but obviously you can predict, the movement of the Earth, the movement of this planet around the Earth, and all of that. So a core feature of classic physics, also shared by both special and general relativity, is that if the positions and velocities of all objects at a particular moment are known, the positions and velocities of any other moment, past or future, can be foretold, stating that the past and the future are actually imprinted into the present, because, guys, the only real thing is the present moment. The past and future is an illusion. It's like time and space. So time could be the time loop we are trapped in, and the space could be the 3D illusion, the stage where we are projecting those instructions from the matrix. I hope it's not getting too complicated. Just bear with me. I love science. I find it quite easy, but obviously, if nobody has done this, it can be a little bit. But anyway, Newton used mathematical equations to understand and predict the motion of Earth and in the heavens, what we call classical physics. Newton also did include the force of gravity in his equations, but that was extended to take into account other forces. The matrix is mostly dependent on the electrical and magnetic forces, the fields. For Newton, space and time were absolute and immutable entities, providing the solid foundations of a rigid and invisible stage that gave the universe shape and structure. And Newton was a word manipulation. He was a reptilian and understood the matrix well. The matrix is solely based on technology and can be therefore understood and predicted, obviously, like a computer by mathematical analysis. Is a piece of technology that is within us. Space, like a chip. Space and time are merely embedded rigid mental patterns within our minds that give form and shape to our reality. So the reason why most people cannot create the reality is because they've got the wrong code. And in order to create your reality, you have to have the right code. You have to have the right belief system. So what scientists thought it was almost a finished theory, that changed a decade after when Einstein completed his new theory of relativity, because Einstein determined that space and time were not independent and absolute but relative. And he rewrote the laws of gravitational physics. Both Newton and Einstein were agents of the matrix, pawns at the hands of the, of the matrix gods. Hence, whatever Einstein showed in his theories was manipulated information overseen carefully from above. Einstein was instructed to provide a further insight into the universe, but not the whole truth, not the whole story. Some truth was provided, but it was cleverly distorted to ensure the universe and our origins was perceived as a complete eternal mystery that could never truly be solved. Yeah, they want us to be in darkness. But however, some good things came, and he showed that space and time were a part of a unified whole, which is the matrix, showing that are flexible and dynamic, almost as it is unified whole was self-aware, which it is. The matrix is a self-aware entity. I'm going to stop here because I don't want to give you far too much information. I want to make the video short and easy to understand. But then next video is going to go into the emergence of quantum mechanics and how much help quantum mechanics has given us to understand the matrix, to bend space, to create a reality. If you understand science, we are halfway there, guys. So this is what for me is important, that I do these tutorials for people to watch and understand the science, because it helps enormously. So guys, with all the love in my heart, till next video, goodbye.